Welcome to Tallow Talk Tuesday. I am Megan. I am the maker and owner behind Made New Naturals, and I am here to talk about another awesome topic, which is tallow and eczema. Are you ready to get into it? Let's do it. Eczema first is one of those complicated topics because we don't actually know what triggers all the time unless you're keeping a very good diary. Sometimes it's environmental, it can be metals, it can also be weather, it can be dietary. There's so many different things that come into play when we look at eczema. Every case is different, every person is different, and when we look at eczema, I am always going to say tallow is not a cure for eczema. However, it is a helpful tool that you can use. In our house, this is how we use tallow. Tallow is one of those daily moisturizers that we use on our skin. Now, when we have flare-ups, we use hydrocortisone, a lower dose, on top of tallow to help with that itching, to kind of get that to go down, because as soon as you're itching, it's spreading even more. If it gets to be a severe flare-up, we do use stronger steroid creams. However, we do not use those as our first or second choice. We normally use those as our third or fourth choice, and then we make sure we only use them for 1 or 2 days. Back when my daughter was younger, we used them for a longer period of time, and unfortunately, it bleached her skin. And so that's when tallow was a big help, because now we don't have to use those steroid creams as much because we're actively hydrating their skin. Sometimes you can't do anything about eczema because it is genetic, and it is just something that you have to work through and work to make sure that you're managing. Now, the biggest thing to do is to hydrate your skin, whether that be with tallow, which is a great hydrator just because it is the same fatty acid profile as our skin, so it absorbs in. It does not just create a barrier on top like an Aquaphor, that sort of thing. It actually soaks into your skin, creating moisture without all the added fillers and synthetic ingredients. Now, the other thing to do is make sure you're drinking lots of water, because hydrating through drinking is actually going to hydrate your skin. So that also helps with eczema. Okay, so in closing, tallow is not a cure for eczema. It is just one of those helpful things that you can use daily in order to moisturize your skin and help protect your skin from those flare-ups that could end up happening. All right, thank you so much for joining me for Tallow Talk Tuesday. I hope you got a lot out of it. If you are curious about tallow, you haven't tried it before, we'd love for you to check us out. If you are loving these Tallow Talk Tuesdays, make sure that you are following us on our social media accounts, so that way you can see them every time to learn more and more about tallow. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, everybody.